can you guys give me a shout out? We get these requests all the time. And yeah, I would like to address it. So, C Young 5, let me ask you this. Is your channel by any chance about helping YouTubers? Because if it is, then okay, then your request makes some sense. I'm just going to do a quick look here and see what comes up. See, not even getting the channel in a search when I'm just searching your name, although TubeBuddy does give it a score of good. Let's filter by channels. Like, I can't... How am I supposed to give your channel a shout-out if I can't even find you? Oh, I see. You're getting... Okay, this is an algo thing. It's changing to Young 5 instead of C Young 5. But I can click on that. I still don't think I'm finding you. Looks like a picture... looks like a profile from chat. Looks like somebody standing in a bathroom, maybe, taking a selfie. Neither of these is that. No more results. So how can I give you a shout out if I can't find your channel? Is one. Two, if your channel is not about helping small YouTubers, then the people who turned into this live stream are not likely to be your target audience. That is a shot in the dark. That's like you could grab any person walking down the street and be like, yo, check out my YouTube channel, man. It's like they don't know what your channel's about. They haven't selected you. They haven't searched for you. They don't know what you do. So blanket advertising that doesn't inform or entice doesn't help you. And it kind of wastes your time and their time, and frankly right now kind of my time. Not really, because I'm glad that you asked this. I'm glad that I have the opportunity to address this, because we frequently get people commenting on this channel and on my primary channel, Vacation Impossible. Hey, can you give us a shout out? That's it. No reason, no explanation of what they do, no explanation of how that shout out helps anyone but them. And I'm going to sound harsh here, but people need to hear this. It's selfish and lazy, and that's all that it is. Because you're not yet providing value. Your channel might provide value. Your channel could be the greatest thing since sliced bread. Your channel could change lives. But if all you're doing is shouting in people's face, subscribe to me, I'm a total stranger, but do it anyways. Check me out, even though I've given you no reason to. This is turning into a bit of a rant, but what can you do? Even though I've given you no reason to, you know, it's a shot in the dark. You might as well just grab somebody off the street. The odds are about the same that they're going to find any value in your content. So, you know, hey, I create tips that help small YouTubers. Can you shout out my channel? That at least says, okay, you're in alignment with the audience of the place that you came to ask for the shout out. You've identified some value that you would provide to that audience. Now we're getting somewhere. I'm still not a fan of asking for shout outs in this particular way, but if we're going to do it, let's do it more effectively. Let's do it in a way that respects the audience that you're trying to reach and the creator that you want to collaborate with. Or, you know, I would argue with that request, kind of use. You're kind of using the person. You're not collaborating. You are offering that person nothing. Let's consider this rationally. What do I get from shouting out you? I mean, I don't like looking at things in a completely sort of realpolitik, finite game, sort of zero-sum game way of looking at things of like, you know, I don't get out of bed for less than $100. I don't want to be that guy by any means. But at the same time, just as a person, just to show respect for the other person that you are you're asking for something. You're asking for something and offering nothing. And what you offer doesn't have to be, you know, financial. It can be a lot of different things. You know, you could say like, hey, I'm supporting a charity. What I offer there is, you know, feeling good about yourself, contributing to a cause, being part of a cause that's greater than yourself, maybe being part of a movement. These are things that offer some kind of value, non-pecuniary value. Although there's some as well, because, you know, depending on the charity you donate to and the tax regulations, you could get a break on your taxes. So provide value of some kind. You know, the easiest, laziest way to do that, you could say something like, oh, I'll shout you out if you shout me out. That's probably like the laziest version of that, getting a little judgy, but whatever. You're here for my opinions, along with my advice, I hope. So hopefully I can be permitted. But, Yeah, the idea there is that at the very least you're being reciprocal in some manner. Now, doing that sort of thing can lead you down a dark path because I mean, it is kind of lazy, and it gets to the point where if you creep into things like sub for sub, you're now in violation of YouTube's policies, and your channel will get shut down. So you've done all this work, and then it's gone in an instant with no recourse. So obviously don't sub for sub. Want to plug that every opportunity I can because that drives me nuts. So you shout me out, I shout you out. That's like the tiniest step up from just shout me out, bro. And then going up from there is, hey, here's how our audience aligns. Here's what's good for you. Here's what's good for them. And, you know, yeah, sure, it's good for me too. Try to create a win-win-win. You know, we here create a win-win situation, but you want like a triple win. Because you want the win where you win, where the other creator you're partnering with wins, and the audience wins. And ultimately, if you have to sacrifice any of those, the audience is the one you should sacrifice last. So, okay, you know what? Maybe I won't get anything out of it, but the audience will get something out of it. And maybe, you know, my partner won't get something out of it, but his audience will. If the audience is being served, then in turn, the creator gets served eventually. I mean, you could look at it as a moral thing of like, oh, it's more correct to be, you know, generous with my time and helping an audience. Like, here I am. This channel's not monetized. This video's not sponsored. I don't have super chat. I don't get any benefit out of this other than I like doing it. It aligns with, I believe, that YouTube should be more democratized than it is. And so this is me expressing that. And so I get a sense of fulfillment out of that. And, and I enjoy the chat. I enjoy the interactions. So, like, that's my reward, if you were to look at it that way.